We have no time for politics. This is not time for anybody to say, I'm for this, I'm for that. We have not reached that time. When the time will reach, we will know who is there, who. If he didn't dare, he didn't dare.
For the interest of our dear state. Thank you, and may God bless every one of you.
Based on Wike, I believe that he should resign as the FCT minister and return back to Rivers State to continue his political career in Rivers State. Because I don't see any reason why he's gallivanting around, shouting, trying to show I'm the boss here. I don't get it. That we know who it is.
It is good to make an impact in the life of people. Forget about these hungry noisemakers on the road. When the time comes, we'll know who is in charge or who is not in charge. I don't know whether you understand what I said. There's a time for everything. There's a time to plant. There's a time to harvest. We have no time for politics. This is not time for anybody to say, I'm for this, I'm for that. We have not reached that time. When the time will reach, we will know who is there, who. If he didn't dare, he didn't dare. Like, abuse me as you want. If you like, employ everybody in social media.
Of Rivers State. It's in Rivers on the 6th of January. And, you've heard what he have said all together. Now, the Supreme Court judgment for Rivers State will be within the week. We've had the Supreme Court judgment for Benue State, although that one's not even a case. But let's come to look at this critically. The crisis in Rivers State and also the political crisis in Kano State can toil this country apart. And this is the reason why Mr. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu need to understand the fact that he is the number one citizen, and as much as there is a constitution and there is a separation of powers, and the federal government have to stay away from the state government and allow the affairs of these states to be played independently, he needs to wade into some of those issues. Even though it has been seen in the past that he has tried to wade into the one of Rivers State, he ought to look at also these particular issues here for peace to reign in Nigeria. Imagine that the Supreme Court removed Fubara as the governor of Rivers State this week. Then imagine the Supreme Court removing the NNPP candidate as the governor of Kano, when Kano people are already threatening even for civil war. Imagine this two happened simultaneously in 1 week. Imagine that in Niger Delta, in Rivers State to be precise, we have our oil, and that is what is keeping the country economically. And then just imagine that those boys begin to blow off our pipeline, with the fuel being selling at over 700 in some places. Then imagine in Kano, the insecurity that is ravaging already in the middle belts, from Plateau to Benue to Kogi and some other states around, neighboring states, to Niger. Then imagine in Kano State, it happens that there is another political crisis and they resort into riots. If the women in Plateau State can stage a protest and bring down the house of the parliament ruler, then imagine if they split from Kano to Plateau, and then it splits from, Bayelsa to any other state around. You've sent the country on fire. Can Tinubu be able to handle this problem? That was why Fanala once said that the political elite should look carefully because the country is due for an inevitable revolution. You can see what is happening in Lagos, where the armies or the soldiers are coming out to condemn the situation, what happened between a soldier and Sowolu when Sowolu insulted him. In as much as what the soldier did was wrong, people should also understand the fact that he never plied bike on that route. He was only a passenger. But then, just imagine this thing splitting the whole country into chaos. There will be scarcity of fuel. There will be crisis here and there. And when this thing starts, with also the issues of Boko Haram, Fulani herdsmen, and ISWAP already in the country, what if they take advantage of this situation from these both states? Then what happened? Is Nigeria ready? The Eastern people are agitating for Biafra. What happened? Even though it is clear to the blind and is very audible to the deaf that the killing in East is not just a Biafra thing. It is orchestrated by some people. Just as, Asharu Dokumbo once cleared the air and said, had there been agitation, speculation, that his boys are responsible for some of the killing happening in Imo, in Anambra, and some part of Abia states. So what happened? If this happened and they leverage upon this, and there is now protest everywhere, this will now bring me to a conclusion where some school of thought believe that under Tinubu's administration, there may be an intervention military-wise. That is, if he's not being careful, the country will be thrown into chaos, and at the end, maybe we'll find ourselves back into military era, which is not a prayer for anyone in Nigeria who have witnessed the military era in the past. Even though some people believe that the military were even able to develop the country even more than the return of the democracy for the past 23 years. Personally, we shouldn't plow that route. All we should do is to make sure that violence never comes to play in this 21st century, where the Nigeria is sitting very fragile. But what do I know? We can only give our opinion, but we hope the leaders in power could actually listen, because many people are angry and they are patiently waiting. Who is holding the matches? It is the government that is holding the matches. The people are waiting. The people are the one holding the trigger. The matches, sorry. And the government is the one trying to trigger it. And when there is a spark, only God knows what will happen. But I pray it never comes to pass. So what do you think? Let's have your thoughts at the comment section. Thank you for watching.